Hey, I'm Donnie Robinson. This is my wife Amanda, and we've been coming to Bethlehem Church for about 6 years. I didn't go to church, we didn't go to church. We didn't talk about church or, the Bible much at all. I think I met Amanda when I was probably 23. There was something different about her, and so she, once I'd been dating her for a while, she invited me to church, and I thought, oh no, So, but I ended up going because she was awesome. So I sat in church, started going there for years. Still wasn't a believer, but I went to church to make her happy. I was just sitting in church, listening to it, and I still had doubts in my mind. I remember telling my wife when I finally told her that, hey, I'm struggling with my belief. I'm not sure what I believe. I remember telling her that I don't want to be a Christian just because it's cool where I live. We live in the Bible Belt. I don't want to be a Christian just because, it's cool here.
So yes, when he first told me about it, I was praying constantly. Whenever I would think about it, I was praying about it. And I was praying for him for 4 years before I started seeing the shift. And I didn't give up, but finally I realized I can't save him. Only the Holy Spirit can save him. And when I realized that, it was almost quickly, like it took so much stress off me. I didn't have to save him. God was going to save him. The Holy Spirit was going to save him.
When I first started coming to church, I was glad she started going to a bigger church for her new church that she went to for a year without me, because I took a year off. And so I first started coming back, and I just wanted to get in and get out and not talk to anybody, just keep my head down. And I remember I would see Jason, walking down the hall or something, and I would try not to look at him, like, oh man, I don't want to get in a conversation with Jason. Or Joel would come up and greet people, and I'd try not to look at him or have a conversation, because I didn't want to have that conversation. How are you and God? Because the answer was not good.
About a year and a half ago, I started seeing a shift. He would make comments, like, because he was coming to church, but basically for keeping the peace in the family.
Again.
But like sometimes he would say comments about about what Jason said on the sermon and stuff, or and then I invited him to a men's group. He went kicking and screaming. He didn't want to go, and so the first men's group he did, he finished up the semester and it was time to sign up again. And he was like, I think I want to do this men's group again. And I was like, awesome, yes, yeah, definitely. And so the small groups really helped out too, just being with other men on a one-on-one basis.
Coming here, listening to Jason preach, and then Joel, you'd see Joel up there worshiping with conviction, and I would see him, and I'd think, man, I wish I could believe like that, And I remember Chevis got up and sang. The first time I saw Chevis sing was when I first started coming back. Like, it was not too long after I first started coming back. And she was singing, Good Father, You're a Good Father. And she couldn't even finish the song. She was just a mess, like started crying. And I thought, man, that's faith right there. I wish I had that. And yeah, now I do.
For those that have a loved one that doesn't believe, or have a spouse that is questioning God and Jesus, and you're trying to pray for them, and don't give up. I prayed for Donnie for 4 years before he started coming to know God and Jesus. And sometimes during that 4-year time, I'm like, is he ever going to know Jesus? And the answer is yes, and not my timing, but in God's timing. And it was a hard wait, but our marriage is so much better. We've been married for 16 years, and I love him more than when we first got married. Like, God has really not only did he know Jesus, but like it has helped our marriage too.
Yeah, for somebody that's struggling with their beliefs, I would say, God is bigger than your questions. If you have questions, bring them before God. Even if it's a God you're not sure who he is, pray for wisdom, like I did. I did it for years, and I didn't feel like he was answering me. But he did.